Good morning.
Morning. Welcome back.
Woohoo. Pink Standard Pod, everybody.
Episode 23.
That's crazy, Lydia.
I know. 23 weeks of our
Yeah,
life.
I know. That's a
We've
lot of weeks. Almost halfway there. The year,
been here.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Dang, 6 months.
I know.
Our baby.
Almost summertime.
Oh, I know. The weather has been amazing.
Yeah, I'm skipping class today with my friends just because it's so nice. We're just gonna go like lay in the park. I'm so excited.
That's so fun. I
Yeah.
remember going in college, we would like go pick up cheap canvases and
Ooh,
paint away.
that'd be fun. I have like a book I want to read and then like do some journaling, but like that'd be fun too because we're gonna be out there all day. So
So fun. I need
yeah.
to figure out what I'm gonna do outside today because I have this thing like, have we talked about the sun guilt?
No, but I probably can relate to you. Yeah.
It's like when it's nice outside, I literally feel so guilty for being inside.
Yeah.
If the sun is out, I have to be out. And it's a nice day. Like if it's too hot, obviously I want to be inside, but I just nothing like drives me crazy than having to be inside when it's nice out.
No, like I literally can like hyperventilate thinking about it. Like I'm like, I need to be outside right now.
It literally like I remember if I had a meeting or a class I had to be at or something I had to be at and it was nice, I was just like I was
Like
going
you just get so
crazy,
mad.
so mad. I'm like,
Yeah.
who is making me be here right now? Honestly. Like
Yeah.
who would do that?
Yeah.
Anyways, we hope it's
Or-
nice wherever you guys are listening from. Um,
Yes.
I think you have a life update.
It's like I don't know how we transitioned into this. Yeah. So speaking of summer, I am going to be living in Palm Coast, Florida this summer. Woo! With my student ministry. STUMO is the organization, but then the program is called Kaleo, and it's a 9-week discipleship program. And so I'll be living in Palm Coast with a bunch of other Missouri State students, and then also the U of A. Woo! I'm so excited.
Okay.
Um, and then another University of Central Arkansas, I think is the other Arkansas school that we're going with. So it'll be our three colleges. We'll be living down there, we'll be working down there, and then just like really learning how to disciple others for whenever we come back on campus. And then just like, yeah, growing our walk with the Lord. So I'm super excited, and it's like completely different than anything I've ever done during the summer because I'm so used to working. I mean, I still will work at Landshark where I work, um, like the front end and back end of summer, but this would be either my fourth or fifth summer there. So it's gonna be really different, like not being there this summer. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm so excited for you. You're gonna have a blast.
Thank you.
Ocean.
I know. And I I love the beach, but I've never wanted to live there. And so it's kind of funny that like that's what I'm doing. But I think it's going to be good. I mean, it's 9 weeks. So it is a long time, but at the same time, it's not. Like weeks go by pretty fast. There's some days that are long,
Mm.
but it'll be good. And yeah, yeah, it's gonna be so fun. I can't even like wrap my head around it most times. Like that's actually what I'm doing. Like it's like I signed up for it. I'm fundraising for it right now, but it's like, oh, I'm actually doing that. That's crazy, but it'll be
Wow.
fun.
Do you know who you're living with yet? Have you met them?
So it'll be Missouri State people,
Okay.
but I don't know like who it's gonna be. I think like I have an idea, um, because they want us to like be with people that like we're somewhat close with because like I'll be sharing a bed with a girl for 9 weeks. Yeah,
What?
I know. So they
Yeah.
wanted to be like
You guys take
someone.
a condo or how does that?
Yes. So they rent out basically like an entire condo complex.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. But yeah, so that's my little summer update. But I'm so excited.
That's really exciting. You're I just feel like you're gonna grow so much and
Yeah,
make the best memories. And you're probably gonna be exhausted,
right.
but that's so exciting. When do you leave?
I leave May 25th and I'll come back July 26th.
Okay.
So I know.
We haven't really discussed this like outside, not
I
with,
know.
but we don't really know what's gonna, the Pink Standard might be taking a little hiatus,
Yeah,
little summer vacay.
yeah.
Um,
Or we'll move to like bi-weekly or
we'll
we'll
probably
do
try to meet somehow. Zoom,
yeah,
or we can make it work. And
yeah, for sure.
the ocean in the background, that would be amazing. I'm so
We'll
just,
just
I'm gonna be in Missouri.
because you do love the beach, right?
I love the beach. I don't know if I could live there though. I think people are always,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I could live there. And I'm like, you really have to think about that.
Yeah. Like it's a commitment.
Because I've talked to people that live at the in Florida, just like different parts of Florida, and they're like, yeah, we like go to the beach maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks.
Which is crazy.
I know. I feel like Midwest, just a beach like Midwest goes crazy for.
Yeah.
And we all try to like we have those salt life stickers on our on our license plate, but we literally are in like a landlocked state. I'm like, what are we doing?
Uh,
But I'm always beach over mountains.
okay. I've never been to the mountains necessarily. I not necessarily like I've never been. I really want to go though, because I think that I would really enjoy it, but I think I would still be beach over mountains. But I don't know. And then so for spring break, and that's in like 2 weeks, my friends and I have like two mini trips. My first trip is I'm going to Arkansas with some of like my sorority sisters, some of my friends. And there's gonna be like 12 of us, so it's gonna be super fun. And like we're going like horseback riding and we're like going hiking and stuff. And so we're really excited for that. And then my second trip is Nashville. And it's like for spring break, but then also like mainly for my friend's 21st. And so it's gonna be really fun.
That's gonna be such a fun week.
I
It's
know.
mentioned horseback riding. I went horseback riding in Arizona with my sister,
Did you
and
really?
yes, the guide told us, I don't know where he's pulling these facts from, but he said horseback riding is the number one bachelorette trip activity now.
Shut up.
I know. I was like, you're telling me a yacht in Miami is not the number one activity? He said horseback riding. I'm like, are you just saying that because you work at a horseback riding
He's
place?
like, yeah, we have tons of them all the time. There's like one a month.
Yeah, it was just like, on one hand, I was like, okay, maybe. But then on the other hand, I'm like, who is pulling these stats?
How do you know? And are you for sure? Yeah. Had you ever been horseback riding before that?
I had, it kills my legs, my knees.
No, I know.
Like I'm just not, my body's just not used to it. And so like I enjoy it. We went on an hour-long ride and I was like, okay, I'm good. Like we don't need to go any longer than this. It's
Yeah,
pretty and I love horses. I think they're beautiful, but I couldn't just do it for hours.
yeah. No, I've been like on like a little one, like at a fair, and then like I've been like on the back of a horse, like bareback, and then like actually like ride it like in a field, galloping through like the forest,
Yeah, like
literally just like
wild.
walking around the house with the horse on
Uh,
it. So it wasn't like anything crazy. Hair in the wind.
the natural cowgirl.
Yeah, so yeah, just a natural cowgirl. Maybe I'll just find a horse in Nashville. You never know. See me
I
going down Broadway.
No, literally. I want to be a horse girl because I think, again, I think horses are so cool, but I can't even fake it. Like I'm not a horse girl.
I just like cuddling them and then like brushing them maybe, but I don't think I'm built to like I would be built to like live on a ranch where we have like ranch hands and like they do all the work, but like a farm and like you do all the work.
No.
think I want that. I think that I could do it. I know that I could do it. It's not like I could never. I could do it. I just don't want to.
Right. So at this ranch in Scottsdale, there was like actual, our guy that took us out lived on the ranch,
Okay.
real life cowboy ranch hand. Like he kind of just drifted around the country doing this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you exist? It was like a unicorn. I was like,
IRL.
cowboys actually exist?
Yeah.
And I just couldn't imagine having such freedom, but like also such not reliability. Like he doesn't know where he's going next. Like that would panic me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I couldn't just be a wanderer. I would have to have a home base.
No, for sure. Yeah. No, cowboy life is crazy. And
I know.
it's crazy that like it's still so real.
Yeah.
But yeah, not for me. Not for me. Ooh.
Should have
But
been
like I'd be down for like a cute little cow or something.
a what?
A cute little cow like in the yard.
Like the long-haired ones.
Yeah, what are those high oh, it's something with an H.
Islanders?
Highlanders.
All right.
Far.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What
Yeah,
are we
they
even
would be
talking about? Anyway, so your spring break trips, your mini trips are gonna be so fun.
so fun.
You're gonna have lots of outdoor activity and then a good old
Yeah.
Nashville time, boots
Yeah.
stomping,
Yup.
Texas Hold'em, Beyonce,
Yup.
going hard. That sounds, I love, again, I'm not even claiming to be like Western, but I love that culture and like barn
Yeah.
dancing, cowgirl boots.
Yeah.
Like,
Whenever you move to Austin with me, we can.
we can be real cowgirls.
Yeah.
Um, I am going to Mexico
I know you are because I wanted to go with you.
for
I
spring.
remember.
Um, but you guys, I was gonna have to share a room with my brother-in-law.
Oh, are you guys not anymore?
We're not anymore.
Good.
So
Good.
it was gonna have to be my husband, me, and my brother-in-law in a romantic resort room. And there was gonna be two beds, obviously.
Right. Right.
But that's no more. We get our own room now. So very
You
excited about
little
that.
adults.
What?
You adults.
Yes. So I'm very excited. That's like I realized I kind of always have to have a trip on the horizon, which is probably a problem because I went from
Oh,
obsessing over one trip to now like obsessing over this trip. But I really just, it helps me get through the days.
no, for sure.
I will always be a advocate of a good trip. Even like a small like little getaway. I want to take one of those with Jake soon, like maybe to Arkansas or like you were saying Nashville. I feel like those are good little
Yes.
like drivable distances. We literally haven't done that since we've gotten married. Just gone on a weekend getaway.
It's so hard because his schedule is so like boom, boom. Are you going on their spring break? Obviously.
Yes, it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's Camden spring break. So the last week of March.
Yeah. Maybe you guys could do something like before like the summer craziness starts. Because
I,
really, like, it doesn't get like crazy, crazy here until like mid-June, honestly. Like, don't be worried about like on missing out on any like crazy money or anything.
yeah.
Assuming that you like do work at Landshark.
Yeah, I haven't heard
I'll
anything.
text it because yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm not like worried about it, but I'm also like, oh,
yeah,
okay, I haven't like heard anything back. So
yeah.
I know my husband and I applied to work at the lake restaurant.
Like, what are you guys
At the lake restaurant at Lake of the Ozarks that Eliana has worked at the last 5 years. She was like hooking us up. Did you hear that?
doing?
That was a FaceTime that just got declined real quick. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Anyways, we're hot messes today. We are all over the place. We basically forgot you guys were listening and just started talking, yapping about stuff.
this is a FaceTime call.
It's fully a FaceTime call. So you're welcome for letting you guys sit in on this. But
Yeah.
there is actually like a segment I want to talk about. Um,
Okay.
And that is rules, not rules, but just
Expectations, standards,
norms for
norms. Let's say norms.
posting or not posting your significant other on your social media presence. Got any thoughts?
I do. Okay. I think, okay, first of all, we've talked about this before, but I love a soft launch. Love a soft launch. I think soft launches are so tasteful, so necessary. I think not. Really, they're not necessary. That's so dramatic. But I I love a good soft launch just because I think it's fun. Um, but then like posting wise, especially on your Instagram feed, because unless you're like posting every single day, which I post a lot and I don't even post every single day, people are going to be able to see that whenever they look at your profile for a while.
Yeah.
And so that's like something to be like aware of if like you're not like for sure, if you think it's going to end in the future with this person, like, but then again, like it doesn't really matter. But I think that like everyone wants to be like posted. And especially like if no one knows that you're together, not that like people need to know, because I understand like the keeping it private as well. But I don't know. I love to post, so I would be sad like if my person didn't want to post me. That would make me sad. But I think for some people they'd be like, I do not care.
Yeah. I think for me, I don't really care because I think I would be a hypocrite because I post a lot of just myself.
Right, yeah.
But I also sprinkle in Jake, he's there. You can definitely
Yeah,
tell
well,
at first glance, like that I have someone. And he's also in my bio, which I only did
okay.
when I got married because I think the boyfriend in the bio is not the move.
Takes up space. I don't have enough space in my bio. I have like 800 emojis.
I don't even know if that's a thing, but um like yeah, so but I do think it's all about the heart intent behind it because if
Yeah.
they are purposely not posting you because they are trying to hide the fact that they are in a committed relationship.
Get out.
No, sir.
Obviously.
But if they're just like, in my case, Jake's just not super active on social media. So I'm like, I can't really expect him to be like posting me up all the time. Um,
Right. So, did you see my comment whenever he posted like for the first time since like 2000? I don't even know. I was like, "Welcome back to Instagram."
yes, I love that. I love that like just everyone knows that he's just not there until he's there. And
I know. I was like,
we have this running joke with my friends that he is the worst with captions and his go-to is just a red heart. So
"Yeah,
like
keep it classy."
I think it was a wedding post he made.
Yeah.
And he was literally in full seriousness. He's like, I'm just gonna do a red heart. And I was like, Jake, no, like you cannot do the red heart. It's what he always does. Like he'll post on a story with just a red heart. Or
Mm.
like on the rare occasion he comments on my stuff, like he'll comment with a red heart. And all my friends are just like, it's the red heart. It's what it is. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, if you have something more to say, I'll remember this question.
Actually, I was kind of running out of things to say, so thank you for interrupting me.
Okay, so you brought up a good point. Commenting on your significant other's post. I think that there are two scenarios. One where you're someone like Jake, where it's like maybe you're on Instagram once every 2 months, right? Like he's just not on Instagram that much. But maybe you're someone on Instagram, like you're very active on Instagram. If that active boyfriend on Instagram isn't like commenting in my comment section, well, all my friends are, and like random people that I don't even know are fired.
That is so true. Nothing makes me feel better. And maybe I need to communicate this with Jake when he
Mm.
comments on my photos
Yeah.
because I'm like, okay, he's publicly like noticing me and just hyping me up. And I love when I think I follow Nick Vial, and he's like he was a former bachelor at some point and he has like a
Oh, okay.
podcast, but he is always hyping up his fiance, baby mama.
Yes.
So cute. And he's just like, he has the cutest little wittiest comments on her, all of her posts. I just think it's adorable. Um, and yeah, um, what do you think about posting kind of like, I don't want to say like spicy, but like, just a little like, maybe you look really good in a photo and it's like a selfie or a solo photo of you and you're like, I want to post this, but you're in a relationship. Like, obviously not to the extreme of like a thirst trap, but
Right. I think it's the same thing with,
one that kind of like calls for maybe a little attention. You're like, I want to put this out here.
yeah. Well, I think it depends on your intent behind it. And I think it really depends. I hate to say this. Okay. You don't want to be disrespectful to your partner, but also I don't agree with like your partner controlling what you post. But I think the best of both worlds is you post that maybe a little bit more of a spicy pic and your partner goes crazy over it. And three, I think guys are sometimes scared to be like cringy in the comments or like cringy on social media. It's like, no, just embrace it because no one's going to see that and be like, oh. And if they do, it's their projection of them being mad that their boyfriend doesn't do that. What? Because I've been that girl projecting that on other people. And I was like, oh, wait, why do I feel that way? Oh, because I'm jealous. Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
But the times that I haven't been jealous, I'm like, oh my gosh, so cute. Samuel, I don't know anyone named Samuel, was commenting on
Chanel.
Cassandra's. I used that name yesterday too because I was like, I don't know anyone named Cassandra. Cassandra was posting like hyping her up. He reposted on his story, like so cute.
The
But
real
the jealous
cute.
like part of me would be like, oh my gosh, that's so cringy. Like he just asked, but like then I'm like, no, wait, what? Like I don't actually feel that way. So I I love a world where she posts that spicy picture, he hypes her up, but then I feel like, okay, not I feel like, for me personally, in order to like post that spicy picture, I would want everyone to still know that I was in a relationship
Yeah.
because by the time I get one, probably everyone's gonna know. It is probably not gonna be a secret because I am awful at keeping secrets.
Oops, I meant to soft launch, but here's 5 pictures of his face.
Here's where he lives. um, yeah. So I don't know because yeah, I don't think there's a world where anyone should tell you what you can and cannot post. And obviously, like my level of comfortability with like what I post in general, even right now, so single, I can post whatever I want. Even my level of comfortability is going to be different than someone else's. So like that doesn't change whenever you get into a relationship, you know?
Yeah. I think you're so right. Like whether you post a picture when you're single or dating or married doesn't ever really change. I think if you're gonna post that photo, you're gonna post that photo, what you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
And I think what I would love is like a really great hot photo of yourself followed on a carousel by like a photo of you guys together.
cute.
Because then you're like, he's very much still there. You're not, I don't know, you can do both. Like you can post him and post the selfie that you want to.
Yes. Okay. I think there's a difference between like, is the person just hot or is it a thirst trap? Because sometimes I think people are like, no, that's a thirst trap. I'm like, no, they're just hotter than you. Like,
That's fair.
you know,
Yeah.
because we could probably pose the exact same way, post the exact same picture, and people would probably like call yours a thirst trap. I'm not saying that for
Yeah.
like attention wise. But I'm just like, so you can't just be like, that's a thirst trap. No, sorry, they're just hotter than you are. So like calm down. You have to like be mad at them.
Here's what
But
it is. But no, I know what you mean about just a person being like objectively attractive and people are like, why are they posting like that? Like that's a thirst trap.
yeah, I'm like, no, they're just in a bathing suit.
Yeah, they're just living their life on vacation.
Yeah,
Decided to post a picture. Yeah,
I
I
think it's.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say like it's kind of like you just know when like someone's like making an effort to like bring out features that not that aren't there, but like it's just not in like a tasteful way. Like that's so obvious, I feel like.
Yeah, it is obvious. And you really do. I don't know. Social media is such a reflection of who you are, but it's
Yeah.
also not at the same time. So I'm like, just have fun with it and post
People
what
are gonna hate you regardless.
exactly. You cannot please everyone. You shouldn't even try to please everyone. Do what you feel comfortable with. Do what your partner feels comfortable with, because I think that is important, like communicating with them.
Yeah.
But if you're with a partner that's super controlling over what you post,
That might not be your guy.
not the best, maybe not the best guy to be with. I don't know.
They should.
Like that probably, but yeah.
No, I agree. I think that I mean I feel like every single time we're like communication, communication, but like at the end of the day, like it really is. And just like being aware of your intentions and how you feel. Because there's very rarely anything that I don't know, you should have to feel like you should like change about yourself in order to like meet someone else. So like obviously like there's compromises, but I don't know. It's about being respectful and communication and yada yada yada. Okay, whatever.
Your your values should be the same. You just need to find someone that their values match yours in life instead of changing your values to someone else.
Yeah,
So if maybe you're like really struggling seeing eye to eye on a lot of things with someone and you can just recheck that and be like, maybe we're just not aligned
yeah,
on a lot of things and maybe it's just not the right person. But yeah, social media is it's the wild west out there.
sure is. Sure is.
Um, I think we have a little time left. We haven't gotten our 10-minute notification yet.
Oh, okay, yay.
I want to ask you, I was talking to a single person the other day and
Ooh.
Gary. And they were like, I was like, yeah, how do you feel when people, what do you think of the comment, how are you still single? Is that like,
Ooh.
is that a compliment? Is that an insult? How do people take that? Because I'm like, that's, are you sweating? Wait, you went silent.
Hate that question. I think it comes from a positive place. Were you done explaining? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I just was curious, like,
Okay.
what you think of that.
As
Uh,
a single person.
yes, certified single expert.
Yeah. Okay, so I I think that that question comes from like a good place because it's like, how are you still single? Like, you're so gorgeous, you're so fun, like blah 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 blah. And for me, I'm like, I yeah, like there was never a question in my mind like if I was those things, not in like a conceited way, but it's like okay, yeah, okay. Um, but I think singleness is considered like such a negative thing. And I think it really is dependent on like where we live, like the Midwest.
Mhm.
Um, it obviously depends on your age as well. And I don't get asked that a lot by people my age. I get asked that not a lot, but I get asked that by like guys my age and then like older people.
Yes,
So it's like all the people that think that like I should be like with someone. And for me, it's different too because like I was with someone for so long that I'm just like, oh, like just not interested. Like it's just not being with someone really isn't on my agenda right now.
and
And
it's so hard for people to like grasp.
I don't know. And I'm like, I would rather, and I know this is like a thing on TikTok, I would rather be the single friend and the single person in people's life than be the person that literally is constantly in a relationship.
Totally.
And not that I don't know. It's different too because like I'm not dating anyone. Like I'm not dating people. I'm not seeking people out today. You know what my friend told me? She humbled me so quick. She's so funny. So obviously I was like, why do I keep getting like the ick with these guys? And she's like, honestly, you're just hanging out with cringy men. And I was like, oh. you're right. She's like, yeah, you're just like hanging out with the guys that like approach you. You're not like finding anyone that like you actually genuinely would want to be with. And
That,
like, I think I was like, yeah, I think that you're right.
I love that.
So yeah, I thought that was funny, but I don't know. For me, I'm just like, that's easy to answer that question because I'm like, oh yeah, it's just not on my agenda. Like, it's not something that I want right now. It's not something that I could even handle right now. I would be the worst girlfriend ever right now.
Yeah. I'm
I
like,
gen
no, I'm just kidding.
You're like, yeah. Because I don't even know where like I would fit you in. And it's so like quality time is so important to me that I would be very stretched thin right now. Cause like I already feel like I'm failing in some areas. And like that's really hard for me. And most of them are like in the relationship areas. And so I'm like, if I were to add one more that I would really want to commit to, I would just feel so bad. So like I could not.
Yeah, I think
But
it's very, very self-aware of you. Um, I do think people just have a hard time grasping why a perfectly desirable, capable person would choose singlehood over
yeah,
just to be with someone. Um, which I think just shows like a lot about themselves and the way they view their relationships in their life.
yeah,
But I do think like people can I say take it as a compliment because I think it is.
I think so too.
And I'm like, take it as a compliment, be secure in yourself and where you're at and move on and not let it get to you too much. Um, because there's truly, truly nothing wrong with choosing to be single.
No.
Mhm. So
I feel bad for the people that get asked that and are like, yeah, like I want to be in a relationship.
yeah,
Like for those people, like, yeah, that not like that sucks, but like I definitely can feel like that pain because it's like, yeah, like you think I don't want to be here either. Like it's just hard. Singleness can be really beautiful, but like it is hard sometimes. Like it's hard on those Sunday like afternoons.
hmm,
Whenever you're like, oh, I am very much single, you know? So like there are little like moments of hard and for some people it's like larger moments of hardness, but I don't know. It just depends on your perspective and your situation and yeah, so like my circumstance is not going to be the same as like other people's, but that's how I feel. I am like, oh, like thanks, I guess. But at the same time I'm like it doesn't like yeah, whatever.
yeah, yeah. I'm
So,
like, maybe just stay away from that phrase altogether because I do feel
yeah.
like I think that your intention is there and the intention is right, but like you're saying, for someone who's already insecure, maybe kind of struggling, questioning themselves, how am I still single when they really don't want to be anymore? That can only reinforce the fact that, oh shoot, other people are noticing how
Yeah.
I'm down in a relationship either. And so that can be hard.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's something that like being single has like made me really aware of. One, that not everyone wants to be in a relationship. And then two, like some people really want to be and they're just not. And that's hard. And so I don't know. This season of singleness, I just feel like my empathy has grown so much. And I am so thankful for that. Not that I wasn't empathetic before, but like I don't know, it's just giving me like a different point of view. And I really feel like I've just become a much better person because of it. And yeah, being single in your 20s, I think is necessary for like good growth, assuming that like you're not in like a good relationship. I
yes.
think that you should opt in to be single for like some good time or be in a good relationship. Like that's amazing. That's awesome. Rather than just like going around like dating everyone. And like I'll probably have seasons where like I'm in my dating era and like I do want to date everyone, but being in this singleness right now is going to like definitely prepare me for that. And so I think it's good.
I think so too.
But yeah.
Agree. Agreed.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
you know, okay, this is obviously random and not the beginning, but we haven't done underrated compliments in a while. But I got one the other day and like it made me so happy. And it was from a girl. Like it was one of my sweet friends. But she was like, I had her read a letter that I had written, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like you are such a good writer." And I was like, "Thank you." Like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." Which I am pretty like confident in my writing and like my wording. And it's funny because I made a TikTok like a couple days before she had said that about like I'm the friend that like people contact like whenever they need like a text to their boss, an email to their professor. Like I really am that person that people ask. And I don't know why, but I think it's just because like I know what to say, I guess, but it just like pours out of me. And I'm like,
I love that compliment. That is so, I don't know why I love it.
yeah.
It's so good. And
And
go ahead.
the letter, so it was my fundraising letter that like I'm getting ready to send out to people. And so it wasn't like an academic, and I am good at like academic writing, not as strong as like creative emotional writing, but it was a nice compliment because I was like, oh, I don't know. It was just like it spoke to more like who I am as a person rather than like academic writing. And it explains like why I am better at that type of writing than I am at like academic writing. Um, but yeah, it was just like a sweet compliment. I was like, all right, thank you.
That is so sweet. I hate academic writing because I do think writing is best when it's just purely coming out of the person's heart.
Yeah.
Don't try to make me adhere to all these rules and formatting and structuring. It's just annoying. I know there's like a time and place for it, but I do think you can really tell someone's true writing skills by how they can take words from their head and their heart and put it onto paper.
Yes.
I think that's
Yeah.
a really special thing. And I think the more you do it, and I know you've been journaling a lot, I think the more you
Yeah.
do it, the better you get at it, even without
Yeah.
realizing it. Um, but no, you're a little, you should be a little copywriter for a company or something.
Yeah,
Personally.
and I don't know if I like enjoy it that much, but like I do love journaling, and I really think it has helped me like just articulate my words. And I don't know, um, but yeah, academic writing, APA and I we have a head-to-head battle every single time, and like I hate it. But my professors are always like, "Great content. Your APA is a little off," and I'm like, "I know it is," but at this point, like I just know that I'm gonna get like 1 point off for APA, and I'm like, "That's fine. I can live with that."
Aren't there like 12 APAs too? Like different, um, like it's like they constantly are changing what APA is.
Yeah,
Who has time for this, honestly? Who sits around
I
and makes
know. Idiots, not smart people that just feel like being smart for no reason. Like you
intelligent?
could put your smartness towards so many other things other than APA.
Exactly. Okay. We are at less than a minute. This was
Okay.
a great time. Thank you for chatting with me this morning. I
Thank
missed
you
you.
for chatting. Thank you for joining our FaceTime call, guys.
Love you guys.
But we do. We love you so much. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and we will see you next week. I'm Eliana.
I'm Lydia, and we
We
are
are
Standard.
Senior Pod. Love you guys.